something is stirring. Can you feel it? We stand at the threshold of October, and this isn't just another month sliding past on the calendar. This is different. This is the moment when everything you've been building, everything you've been avoiding, and everything you've been becoming collides in spectacular fashion under a sky that refuses to let you hide. Most people will sleepwalk through what's coming. They'll notice the autumn leaves, complain about the shorter days, and mark Halloween on their calendars without understanding that October has already begun its work. But you're here, reading these words, which means something in you knows better. Something in you recognizes that the universe is about to turn up the volume, and those who are truly awake will hear it like thunder in their bones. The gatekeeper appears first. Before we get to the spectacular harvest supermoon that everyone will photograph and post about, something quieter but far more powerful happens on October 6th. The moon meets Saturn in a conjunction that acts like a cosmic checkpoint, a gatekeeper standing at the entrance to everything this month promises to deliver. Saturn doesn't mess around. This is the planet of consequences, lessons, and brutal honesty. When the moon, our emotional center, our intuitive self, brushes against Saturn's cold shoulder, you don't get warm, fuzzy feelings. You get tested. You get pressure. You get forced to look at the parts of your life where you've been coasting, pretending, or avoiding responsibility. Think of it as the universe's final exam before the rewards start flowing. And make no mistake, this isn't cruelty. This is necessity. Saturn only blocks your path when you're not yet ready to carry what's on the other side. It's asking you one simple question that feels anything but simple. Have you actually done the work? This is why October 6th might feel heavy. Old fears could resurface. Responsibilities you've been dodging will demand attention. Authority figures, bosses, parents, mentors, even random bureaucrats might suddenly become obstacles or sources of friction. Some of you will feel stuck, as if invisible chains are holding you back just when you want to sprint forward. But here's what Saturn is really doing. It's making sure you're not just ready for success, but strong enough to sustain it. Because what comes next requires a backbone made of steel. Then, the sky explodes with light. October 7th changes everything. The harvest supermoon rises, massive and impossible to ignore, flooding the world with light so bright it feels almost unnatural. This isn't your average full moon. This is the closest, brightest, and most energetically charged moon of the season, and it arrives with one clear purpose: to reveal the harvest. Everything you've planted over the past months, every choice, every habit, every act of kindness or moment of discipline has been growing beneath the surface. The harvest moon is the moment when all of that breaks through the soil and becomes visible. For some, this means manifestations beyond their wildest dreams. Doors open, opportunities appear, relationships shift dramatically. Success feels sudden, though it's been building all along. But the harvest doesn't discriminate. If you've been sowing seeds of doubt, fear, neglect, or chaos, the supermoon will illuminate that too. This is why October's first week can feel overwhelming. It's not just showing you one thing, it's showing you everything. The good, the bad, and the patterns you didn't even realize were running your life. The harvest moon operates on a simple principle. You reap what you sow. There's no negotiation. There's no last-minute cramming. What you've earned is what you receive, and this lunar event makes sure you can't look away from the results. The pressure is the point. When these two massive cosmic events happen back-to-back, Saturn's heavy hand on October 6th, followed by the supermoon's blinding light on October 7th, the effect is deliberately overwhelming. You'll feel pulled in multiple directions at once. Emotions will spike. Responsibilities will pile up. Creative breakthroughs might hit you at the same time as crushing obligations. Your body might feel it too. Restlessness, exhaustion, tension, headaches, or that strange sensation of being stretched thin. This isn't an accident. This isn't the universe being cruel. This is design. Pressure reveals what you're made of. When everything feels like too much, you stop overthinking and start acting on instinct. You discover what actually matters because you don't have time to waste on what doesn't. The chaos forces you to prioritize, to make choices, to show up fully instead of halfway. Think of it like this. Saturn is the weight that tests your foundation, and the supermoon is the spotlight that shows whether your foundation can hold. Together, they create a crucible moment, not to break you, but to prove you're stronger than you realized. The chosen ones feel it differently. Here's where things get really interesting. While everyone experiences October's intensity to some degree, there's a specific group of people who feel it like an electric current running through their entire being. These are the ones who've been doing the inner work, who've been questioning reality, who carry a light that makes others either gravitate toward them or inexplicably pull away. For these individuals, October's first week isn't just pressure, it's a calling. The conjunction and supermoon act like cosmic alarm clocks impossible to sleep through. Many will experience disrupted sleep patterns, waking at odd hours, vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life, sudden bursts of clarity at 3 a.m. that demand to be written down. This isn't insomnia. This is initiation. The supermoon's light is so powerful, it literally penetrates your subconscious, stirring up insights, memories, and downloads that your conscious mind hasn't been ready to process. Saturn's weight keeps you from drifting back to sleep, forcing you to stay present with whatever is being revealed. If you find yourself staring at the ceiling when everyone else is sleeping, recognize it for what it is. The universe is trying to get your attention, and it's not going to wait until morning. Authority will test you. One of the most challenging aspects of this Saturn-Moon conjunction is how it brings authority figures directly into your path. This week, you're likely to face situations where someone in a position of power, whether that's a boss, parent, government official, or even just someone who thinks they have power over you, will try to assert control. These confrontations aren't random. They're testing whether the light you claim to carry can withstand external pressure. Can you hold your truth when someone demands you compromise it? Can you maintain your boundaries when authority tries to steamroll them? Can you stand firm in who you've become, even when the world wants you to shrink back into who you used to be? Many will be surprised by their own reactions. Commands that once would have made them fold will now spark something different, a quiet but unshakable refusal that says, "No, this doesn't align with who I am anymore." That's not rebellion, that's alignment. Your soul simply cannot bow to authority that contradicts your truth. The strongest authority isn't external, it's internal. When you master your own fears, impulses, and doubts, no outside force can truly command you. This week shows you whether you've reached that level of sovereignty. Halloween shadow arrives. Early, most people think. October's magic begins on Halloween night, but they're wrong. The real transformation starts now in the first week, when the harvest supermoon lights the path into the darker half of the year. This isn't about costumes and candy, it's about the thinning veil between seen and unseen, the moment when masks begin to crack and what's been hidden can no longer stay buried. The supermoon doesn't just illuminate the external world, it illuminates your shadow, the parts of yourself you've been avoiding or denying. October is a month of unmasking. By the time Halloween arrives, those who walked through Saturn's test and stood in the supermoon's light will find themselves completely transformed, wearing their authentic skin instead of the protective layers they've hidden behind. Your choice determines everything. Here's the bottom line. October's first week is a gateway, and how you move through it determines how the entire month unfolds. You can collapse under the pressure and let the harvest moon reveal a landscape of missed opportunities and neglected potential. Or you can face Saturn's test head on, prove you're ready for what's coming, and let the supermoon's light accelerate you into the reality you've been building toward. This isn't punishment. This isn't random. This is the universe asking you one final time. Are you ready to claim what you've earned? The moon wants to free you. Saturn wants to make sure you're worthy of that freedom. The tension between them is what forges steel from iron, what turns potential into power, what separates those who dream from those who do. If you're feeling the pressure right now, if sleep feels impossible, if everything seems to be happening at once, good. That means you're in the crucible. That means something significant is being forged within you. That means October has recognized you as someone capable of carrying more light than you've ever carried before. The harvest is here. The test is now. And what you do in these next few days will echo through the rest of the year, so stand tall, face the gatekeeper, let the supermoon show you what you've become, because October doesn't wait for anyone, but it does reward those brave enough to walk through its fire and claim their harvest on the other side. The sky is watching. The question is, are you ready to be seen?